This is not a sign, it's a key to conversations in a way that I couldn't quite imagine.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, here at Hero Crowd we know that so many of the members of public will have questions relating to Zakat. Well, we have Sheikh Sahel Hanif, CEO of National Zakat Foundation, and he'll be having and using an amazing prop to welcome these questions. Sheikh, show the world the amazing prop you'll be holding up. Ask me about Zakat. Okay Sheikh, so why are we doing this?
We're going through the worst cost of living crisis that this country has known in decades. We have energy prices that are going to be really rising exactly as Ramadan hits. A lot of people are going to be in difficult times. And so in short, I'm on a mission to tell as many people as I possibly can about Zakat so we can really stand side by side and see each other through this very, very challenging period.
And what do you expect to gain from today?
To be honest, I don't really know what's going to happen. I'm ready for everything, including is Zakat your girlfriend? That's what someone joked with me the other day, asked me about Zakat. Who is Zakat? So ready for anything really. And like I said, I think I will learn a lot, and I hope along the way I'll take people with me on this journey.
Ask me about Zakat. Let's see how it goes.
Fine.
I don't want to disturb you, but
Yeah, sure.
we constantly use this.
Sure.
What's that about?
It's about charity.
Right.
Zakat means purification. It's a charity that's due every year in the Islamic faith.
All right. The Ramadan thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So Muslims give it to the needy,
Yeah.
and we're about to have a cost of living crisis. Well, we're in one. So just reminding people just to do their part as well. Zakat means purification and growth. And the reason why it's called that is because all of our wealth, all of our blessings come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And He's told us that not all of it is ours. A part of it every year belongs to the poor. And if we don't give it to them, then the wealth becomes polluted because we're eating what's not ours. And so if you want to keep your lives blessed, purified, protected, and have your homes blessed, then give your zakat. It's the best thing you can do for yourself.
But you should stand in the next to parliament to the, and then billionaires. Rishi Sunak, he's so rich, such a billionaire. His wife, how many 500 billions? You think they care about the cost of living crisis?
Yeah.
They never even been in a supermarket. They never even went in there. They have people who do it for them.
You know, very often it's the common person
Yeah.
who always stands up for the
Because-
common person.
Because those who have the least are more generous than
Yep,
those who
yep.
You don't get rich by being good to your employees.
May God bless you. It's we all have to do our bit really. I think if we wait for the guys on top, then
No, but they don't.
nothing's gonna, we have to do our
But
part
it
as
doesn't
well.
suit them for us.
Yeah.
Because when we're focusing on what I have to do to get the bread, then we want to be. Even it's not that we don't want to question the decisions of power, but imagine you have all these
Yep,
people
you're
doing
right.
the global warming and stuff, and they get annoyed. The poor folk doesn't care for global warming. Man, if you care what to put in your pot for food next day, you won't be bothering about some elephants or dolphins in the sea. The thing is, when people haven't lived in these circumstances, it's hard for them to relate. Like you say. Oh, I understand the poor folk. But have you been in that situation?
Yeah.
It's like you understand the homeless people, but have you ever been homeless?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to put yourself like. That's why there's these homeless charities that actually make you sleep outside, like the homeless people.
Yeah.
So you experience actually how it is. There's a big disconnect, I think.
There is a disconnect, and the sad thing is, again, even if you were to do it for a night, you still know that you have a home to go to the very next night. It's still camping, you'll never really know. But I think it is important that we connect. And I wish you all the very, very best. Thank you very much for your help.
Don't get your sign blown away when
Yeah, my sign's already blown away. Hope I don't get blown away. Hi there.
What is it about Zakat?
Zakat is charity. It's
Oh.
an obligatory charity that Muslims have to give once a year.
Okay.
So we're just trying to spread awareness of it because
Yeah.
people. Do you know Ramadan?
Yeah.
So it's when Muslims mostly give zakat, and so we're going through quite a serious cost of living crisis. So we're just trying to spread awareness to make sure that we all do our part,
Okay.
just to be there for
And
each
how do
other.
you find out where to give the money?
So I'm the CEO of a charity called
Okay.
National Zakat Foundation, and so we distribute it all within the UK. We give cash grants, we help people with housing, we help people upskill to get into work. It's a full service to collect and distribute within the United Kingdom.
Okay. All right. Well, I will look out for it.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you
National
for
Zakat
telling me.
Foundation.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Take care.
This is Stratford. Please mind the gap.
From the beginning of Islam, from the earliest revelations, Islam came with two really clear messages. One is that everyone must know the one true God, and one is that you must care for the downtrodden. And so if we as a community aren't thinking about those who have no one who's thinking about them, there's something wrong with us. Hey man. Tell people about zakat.
No, Arab zakat beneficenza.
Yeah.
Give Arabic.
What language do you speak?
Morocco.
Morocco.
Yeah, بس.
أنت تعرف الزكاة؟
نعرف زكاة من رمضان. فلوس
ايوه انت تدفع الزكاة؟
ندفع الزكاة، والدي يدفعوا الزكاة.
من؟
والدي كيدفعوا الزكاة، كيديروا الزكاة.
ولا لكن انت تعرف الاحكام، تعرف كيف تزكي؟
لا ما اعرفش مزيان.
ففقط اقول لك هو من اركان الاسلام الخمسة، منها الزكاة.
من الزكاة.
زكاة اهم شيء بعد الصلاة للمسلم، وهو حق المسلم على المسلم. فهو من حقوق الناس، ومعنى الزكاة هو الطهارة. احنا نطهر بيتنا واموالنا بدفع الزكاة. فاقول لك اني انصحك ان تتعلم شوية ما هي احكام الزكاة وتدفعها. ان شاء الله يبارك لك الله في بيتك وفي حياتك وفي عملك، ويدعو لك الفقراء يعني. فأسأل الله أن يبارك لك، وأنا في خدمتك إذا كان عندك أي سؤال ولا أي شغل يعني. We're going through a very difficult cost of living crisis. Many families are struggling right now. So this month, please make sure that A, you pay your zakat, and B, give at least some of it here within the United Kingdom, because our neighbors in faith have a right on us because they are our neighbors.
I know, I just saw that, I was like, I remember learning about it, but I didn't remember where it was.
So the idea is that Muslims, wherever they come from, whatever the background, whatever the class, whatever it is, we're one family. And whoever wants to join can join. Whoever says there's one God and Muhammad is his messenger, alayhi salatu wasalam, God bless him, give him peace. We are a family. We have to look after each other. So the idea of zakat is that we are a family. Let's make sure we're looking after each other. Let's make sure that Muslims feel looked after by each other, basically. Zakat is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. These are the 5 great institutions that bring us together as a community. Zakat is a payment from a Muslim to a Muslim, and what it entails is belonging. What it entails is, I'm of you and you are of me. If you fall, I'll catch you. If I fall, you catch me. And so zakat is our duty to make sure that everyone feels at home. There shouldn't be any Muslim suffering in our neighborhoods, in our streets, who feels alone. If anyone feels alone and ignored, then we haven't done our part of being a community of faith. And one day we might be alone. And so let's be there for each other, and then someone will be there for us. So a lot of people send money back home, but actually in the rules of zakat, we should be looking after people where we live, because these are our neighbors. Yeah, if you've got family, friends, just let them know there's a thing called zakat. There's a service called National Zakat Foundation. They can get help, they can get consultation if they don't know how to calculate it. They'll find resources, and they can help people here, basically. So if you can spread the word, we're all just doing our bit for each other, really.
How do you, for the new generation, how do you actually get them to give zakat?
So if you find someone who's struggling, you don't need any fancy middleman. If you feel in your heart that this person's struggling, you just give them that money. Between you and Allah, you say, this is my zakat, oh Allah, please accept it from me. And if you don't know, then there's charities who it's their job to connect these dots, right? So I run the National Zakat Foundation. It's a nationwide service. People can apply for help all over the country. We give cash grants through the post office network. So wherever you are, you can pick up cash
And then just straight to you.
And straight to you. People apply to us. We look at their situation. We make sure that we're there to help them with either money, or with furniture, or with council tax, or with skilling. If they can't work, if they're out of work, we can pay for a course to upskill them. And so the truth is, people don't realize how much Muslims are in need within the UK. We assume there's a benefit system, but it doesn't catch everybody. And the other thing is, although I'm saying zakat is about building a tie from Muslim to Muslim, it's not really insular, because what it ultimately does is, zakat is one of the greatest movements of money in the world. Like the UN's trying to tap into zakat. We're working, British Red Cross want to work with us.
Really?
Because we are probably one of the leading charities of distributing cash within the UK. And they're dealing with a lot of refugees, Afghani refugees.
Yeah, Syria, Yemen.
We're working with, there's other Christian charities who do shelter. And they're dealing with a lot of, again, refugees, asylum seekers who we're also partnering with so we can help. So the idea of zakat is, it is a mercy for everyone in this country if we start looking after our own.
Yeah,
that's all.
Perfect. No, thank you for waking me up right now, because...
No, Muhammad Ali, it's awesome meeting you. You've woken me up. I wish you all the best, man.
You too, man.
In your life and in your work. Wa alaikum salam. It's really good chatting with you. I encourage you all to visit National Zakat Foundation's website for help with calculation, with payment, and you can see our work in distributing zakat throughout the United Kingdom. And I'm very proud to say that National Zakat Foundation is partnering with Primary Finance on Hero Crowd to raise funds for Muslims who are struggling with paying for shelter. Download the Hero Crowd app to support the project to help Muslims who are struggling paying for their shelter and housing.
Sheikh, I asked you at the beginning of the day what you wanted to achieve from today and what would expect. So how did it go for you?
Yeah, I think it was an amazing experience. I learned a lot, and the main thing I learned is I need to do this more often. One of the most amazing things was that this is not a sign, it's a key to conversations in a way that I couldn't quite imagine. That it kind of broke the ice between me and people who were interested, and it allowed for a conversation in a way that I can't quite put into words. In terms of the questions, a lot of them were about what is zakat, but certainly what I learned was there's a lot of young people who want to know, they want to have the conversation, and sadly they don't know.
They were seeing the zakat sign, so they'd see the little zakat part there, and they'll be like, oh, zakat, like, what is it again?
Yeah.
And it's like, wow. And it's almost like we were in a little bubble, that because we've been around the charity sector, the Muslim sector, we kind of felt like maybe people would already know these things, but the kind of questions they were asking were like, what is it? Just remind me again.
Yep.
And I think that in itself was just worth doing, alhamdulillah.
Yep. I was here to learn and observe. But like I said, I have a very clear sense that young people want to be engaged, and many of them don't know, and many of them, if you give them the chance, they do want to understand their religion and their responsibilities.
Okay, you might see him walking around
Coming
randomly
to a
with the sign.
spot near you soon.
Yeah, exactly. He'll be with the sign. I think maybe at home.
The sign
and
is
everywhere.
not going to retire. That's the main thing I learned today.
Yeah,
the sign is not going to
The
go in
sign
the
is there
scrap.
forever. Fantastic day. I'm sure you've watched all the little clips, inshallah. But most importantly, now is the time to act. Go on Hero Crowd and ensure that you support Primary Finance and National Zakat's project. And that is why we need you to be a hero and join this crowd, Hero Crowd. Let's save the world together.